What's up, Rebels? Welcome to 2020. I don't know if this is actually going to be the first video that I publish in 2020, but this is the first video that I shot in 2020, and we got all sorts of new stuff going on, like a completely new camera and completely new setup that I'm going to be real, I'm probably going to screw this up. I'm probably out of focus. Something's probably going to go wrong here, so I appreciate your patience while I figure out how to use this whole new fancy setup I got going on. But in today's video, we're going to shoot one of my favorite videos that I do every single year. It's all about my theme for 2020. We're going to do a quick recap of how I did on my theme for 2019. We're going to talk about a couple words that I considered making my theme for 2020 that are going to be important words to what I'm doing, but they just weren't quite as all-encompassing as what I needed for my overarching theme. And then I'm going to tell you the one word that I hope to think about every single day in both my personal life and my business life, and what I hope to accomplish by focusing on that one thing. So I really like this exercise. I think it's great, especially if you can find ways to stick with it throughout the course of the year, which I did do in 2019, and I'm going to tell you all about it right after the intro. Okay, so before we talk about 2020, let's back it up. We'll talk about 2019, where I shot this video that was all about my word for the year, which was... My theme for the year is engagement. Engagement. 2019 was the year of engagement for me. What I had kind of felt like it had happened over the last few years is I had slowly become not only disengaged with my community, but disengaged with my work, and I was kind of just going through the motions. It was all relatively easy, and I was kind of sequestering myself from what I really wanted to be doing. So in 2019, I really wanted to make a more concerted effort to talk to our members, to talk to our readers, to re-engage with the things that I love doing. I really like making these videos. So I shot 72 of them in 2019, which is the most I've ever shot. That's like double the most videos I've ever put out in 1 year. I was engaging in the thing that I like to do and also cultivating a new community here on YouTube, which is something that I was really excited about. You know, I'm not going to say that I'm perfect. I'm not going to say that all the time I was fully engaged with everything and everyone and everything that I'm doing, but I made significant strides. And because I set that intention, it was something that I kept coming back to at least once a week, if not multiple times a week, where I'm like, how am I doing with this? If I'm being lazy or not doing something, it's like, well, hey, you know, my theme for the year was to engage. And if I'm not doing that, then that's a reminder, okay, let's make a change. Let's get back into it. And so because this was 1 year where it actually went well, I mean, oftentimes I'll have a theme and then by February it's gone, but I was able to continue to revisit this, and so it became a powerful thing. So I really wanted to double down and put a lot of thought into what my word for 2020 is, and that's exactly what I did. So there were 3 words that I considered that didn't quite make the cut, that are still going to be very important to my life and my business and my success in this upcoming year. So let's look at those real quickly, and I'll tell you why I'm considering them, why they're important to me, and why they didn't quite fit as the overarching theme. Okay. How is we doing? Is the camera, am I still in focus? Theoretically, the reason I got this camera is because it's supposed to focus better and make it easier to shoot stuff. So I'm now looking at and I think I'm in focus, but I don't know. Am I in focus? Hopefully. I hope it works. All right, so the first word that I considered for this year is craft. One of the things that I've realized is I have a lot of not crafts, I'm not into like arts and crafts, but I have a lot of things that I'm into. I have a lot of hobbies, whether it's making videos, whether it's writing, whether it's playing guitar, whether it's golf, whether it's making cocktails. I'm into all of these things, but one of the things that I'm notoriously bad at is honing my craft, sharpening my sword, really getting better at all of the things that I love to do. I'm notorious 80-20er. It's like, down and dirty, quick and easy, get it done, get it out there, move on to the next thing. And as I get older and as I delve more into, you know, spending the time to make videos, or spending the time to write long blog posts, or spending the time to, you know, find recipes and make cocktails and whatnot, I want to get better at those things. I don't want to just do the quick and dirty. I want to spend the time to learn the extra 20% to make the things that I'm doing as good as they possibly can be. Because I feel like in any hobby I've had, in any interest in work, my personal life, I feel like I really haven't capitalized on as good as something can be. Everything I've done, it's been good. It's gotten me to where I am. but I'd really like to get world class. I'd like to get better at it. And so the idea of craft and refining my craft and honing my craft, that was something that kind of resonated with me. But that didn't feel like it was as all-encompassing as it should be in terms of both my personal and my business success and overall well-being. It's just kind of something that I want to do, and I'm going to be thinking about a lot this year as I shoot more videos and continue to hone my craft in these various far too many hobbies and interests that I have, but it was something that was on my mind. So that was the first word. But what about the second word, and why wasn't that a perfect fit? So the second word is systems. You see, you could ask just about any successful entrepreneur, why have you been successful? What's worked for you? And to varying degrees, they've all got systems that have worked in their favor. And I've been notoriously bad at having systems. So the thing about me, I'm not exactly the most organized person. I also don't necessarily have the best work ethic of anybody. And because I've got so many hobbies and interests like we just talked about, and the fact that I've got multiple different businesses, my attention is constantly bouncing all over the place. And often that can lead to not being as productive and not getting as much done as I'd like to. And a big reason that this is still a struggle is because I haven't developed the systems in terms of creating content calendars, between using Asana as well and as robustly as I should, between creating marketing systems so that everything just kind of works and is done in the background so that I can focus on things like engagement or honing my craft or these words that we've already talked about. And so the first quarter of this year, I really want to spend a lot of time thinking about what systems are going to be most valuable to me, my personal life, and my business life. What's going to help the business grow while helping you learn as much as possible about how to build your own lifestyle business? What are the things that I'm going to be able to do that's going to allow me to maintain my health, maintain my fitness, and give me the energy and the motivation to work on the business and create systems so that I do work out on a regular basis, so that I don't drink too much, so that I do eat well. All of those systems will compound on themselves. So the better baseline I have and the better base systems I have, the easier it's going to be to accomplish more. And so especially over the course of the next couple months, that's something that I really want to devote a lot of time to, but again, didn't really feel all-encompassing for everything. Third word. This is actually the one my wife chose that I thought was great and is something that I really need to keep in mind, and that is simplify. It's funny how the older you get, the more complicated life gets. I've got a relatively simple life. That's one of the benefits of a lifestyle business is I don't have dozens of employees to worry about and all sorts of stuff. It's like I pretty much have to worry about me. We've got Liz, our community manager, who's awesome. We kind of tag team a lot of this stuff together. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot going on. But one of the things I've realized is, I've lived in this house for the last 6 years. There's books and stuff and crap and clutter. And as things get more cluttered and you accumulate more, it gets very easy to just get overwhelmed by it all and, kind of forget what's really important. Shared experiences, making memories, creating stories, giving back to other people, and being able to return the favors that have been given to me along the way that have gotten me to where I am. And so I really want to take a step back and just kind of say, okay, how can I simplify what I'm doing? How can I simplify my business? How can I simplify everything around me physically? How can I simplify myself mentally in the sense where I'm always thinking about everything and what if I did this or what if I did this, and then FOMO and you feel like you're missing out on things. Well, what if we just took a step back and said, okay, chill. Life's pretty good. Let's focus on the essentials, the things that make me happy and the people around me happy. Be thankful for that. Spend more time dwelling on those things. Get rid of all this extra stuff that I don't need and just be happy with where we're at. So, that's one thing that I'm going to be thinking about. So these are 3 words that all kind of feed into the one I did choose. I want to spend more time honing my craft. I want to build systems that are going to allow me to spend more time on my craft. And I want to simplify everything and get rid of the things that don't bring me joy or cause me stress or don't allow me to, be the person that I'd like to be. With all of that said, what was the word that I chose for 2020 as my overarching theme? What is the thing I'm going to come back to every single day that's going to shape how I spend my year, both personally and professionally? You ready for it? That word is energy. Why energy? Well, if I want to spend more time on my craft and getting better at the things I like to do, If I want to build systems that are going to make me happier and more successful in my personal life and my business life, if I want to, take the time to emotionally, mentally simplify my life, I've got to have one thing in order to do that. I've got to have energy. I can't tell you how many times in 2019 I hit this slump in the middle of the afternoon between like 1 and 4. I wouldn't get anything done. I just would literally sit around and scroll through my phone, which is the most worthless way to spend your time. And it was simply because I wasn't very good at energy management. I would have these crashes and I wouldn't have energy to do anything. Even things that I enjoy, like go out and play around golf or go shoot a fun creative video or get better at a skill that I like. I just would waste time. And as I'm now approaching the ripe old age of 35, that is just terrifying. I'm starting to think I don't want to waste time. I don't want to spend time just scrolling through my phone, wait until I have more energy to do things. So this year, I really want to take steps and take actions that are going to give me as much energy as possible to pursue the things that I want to do. And it's both physical energy, like I said, I hit these afternoon slumps, which is, you have a big lunch and you have a lot of work done in the morning and then you kind of just crash afterwards, and that's kind of a physical thing. But I also want to have mental energy. I want to have the energy to put towards critical thinking and how am I going to grow the business and how am I going to help people in new and innovative and interesting ways. And if you don't have the mental energy, if you don't have that clarity, that's going to be really tough to do. And also the emotional energy. How am I feeling about my life in general, and how am I going to make sure that emotionally I'm fulfilled enough and nurtured enough so that I'm excited to get up and shoot videos and write blog posts and, talk to our members and things like that. So energy just felt like the right word. I felt like the last few years I just haven't had the energy that I want to. And so I'm really committed and devoted to, doing the things that are going to give me that energy, that are going to fulfill me, and starting with the essentials. How can I have the physical energy so that I'm able to focus on the emotional, the mental, all of that type of stuff. So eating better, drinking less, exercising regularly. These are all things that I talk about all the time. They're the basic stuff that everybody knows that we often neglect. I notice it all the time. When I do those things, I wake up early, I stay up later, I'm more productive during the days, and it's fantastic. I'm just a happier human being. And so that's really what I've been embracing in these first few days of 2020, setting up the systems so that I can simplify my life, so that I can spend more time on the crafts that I enjoy, and, feeling good while I'm doing it. So that was probably a lot more information about me than you wanted to know, but I thought it was important to talk about, the thought process, because these are all things that are important to me. They all help shape Location Rebel. They help shape my life and my business and what I do. And I figured, I should go into a little bit of time explaining just where I'm at mentally, because maybe that'll help you figure out how you want to approach this year and what you're trying to do. So I would love to know, what is your theme for 2020? What is the one thing that's going to be your guiding light as you're trying to figure out what you want to do? And if you want to leave your job, or if you want to start a business, or if you want to have a family, or if you want to travel, what's the thing that you're focusing on that's going to allow you to accomplish those? So drop a comment below. Let me know what your one theme of the year is. I'd love to hear. Let's get a conversation going. Let's, support each other in all of this, because that's what it's all about. And if you like this video, make sure to hit subscribe. Give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we've got a new video, which very soon we're going to be back to our regular schedule of Mondays and Thursdays. Who knows? Maybe this year we'll get excited. We'll get a little crazy. We'll throw in 3 videos a week. I don't know. It could go back to 1 video a week. We'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I am excited about digging into this platform more, continuing to put out videos that are going to be helpful and hopefully sometimes slightly entertaining. With that, I've got more stuff to shoot and more things to do. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And yeah, I'm excited for this new camera. Hopefully it stayed in focus and sounded okay, and we'll see how it goes. So have a great day. We'll see you soon. Peace.